Welcome to Drone Pilot MBA.
Today, we're diving into something really fundamental for drone businesses looking to stick around. It's about truly connecting with your market.
Yeah, how you get noticed, sure, but also how you become the go-to people everyone likes working with.
Exactly. Because, just having the fanciest drone or the slickest flying skills, well, that's not the whole picture for long-term success, is it?
Not at all. Tony Marino, our executive producer and a drone business strategist himself, he often points this out. There's this crucial human side to it all. Winning hearts, essentially.
Right. And Tony breaks it down really simply. First, people have got to know you exist. Then second, they actually need to like you, your business, the whole package.
So that's what this deep dive is all about. We're going to unpack some practical ways you can boost both that awareness and that likability factor.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the drone space can be crowded.
Oh, definitely. It's buzzing, right?
Yeah.
So standing out means more than just having the technical chops. You got to make an impression, a good one.
Okay, so let's start with step one. Getting known, making sure your target market even knows you're out there. Sounds basic, but how do you actually cut through?
Well, visibility is key, obviously, but it needs to be like the right kind of visibility, genuine. Tony Marino's insights really stress the power of being present locally.
So not just throwing money at online ads necessarily.
Exactly. Think more grassroots. How can you become, a familiar face in your community? Tony suggests things like getting involved in local events, maybe supporting community projects.
That makes sense. Being seen where people actually are. What might that look like for a drone business, like specific examples?
Well, could you maybe offer some cool aerial shots for a local charity run?
Yeah.
Or demonstrate your drone's capabilities at a town fair? Maybe even a specific industry expo, like for construction or real estate folks.
Brilliant. Showing up physically. Tony also mentioned networking meetups and collaborating with other local businesses. How does that fit in?
It's about building real connections, not just, collecting cards. Think synergy. How can your drone services help another local business?
Like teaming up with a realtor for awesome property videos.
Exactly. Or a construction firm for site progress monitoring. Those partnerships get your name out there within relevant circles. It's smart visibility.
And Tony brought up volunteering drone services for good causes too. Yeah, that sounds like a really solid approach.
It's a total win-win, isn't it? You help out, show your skills, and people see you contributing. That builds a different kind of trust, a deeper kind than just an ad. You become part of the community fabric.
Okay, so visibility is sorted. People know you exist. Now, the arguably trickier part, Tony emphasizes, getting them to actually like you. How do we cultivate that?
It really boils down to being authentic. Tony Marino is big on this. People connect with people. It's not just drones, it's the humans operating them. So being genuine, open, approachable.
That's huge. So let that personality come through, not just be some faceless company. Tony suggests maybe sharing behind-the-scenes stuff or even personal passions tied to drones.
Yeah, like post a quick video of the team setting up for a shoot, maybe overcoming a little challenge. Or if you're passionate about using drones for, say, wildlife conservation, share that. It humanizes everything, makes you relatable.
And it's often the small things, isn't it? That friendly attitude, going that little bit extra for a client. Tony talks about that impact. Yeah. Can you think of like going the extra mile example?
Sure. Imagine a client needs aerial shots like yesterday for an insurance thing. The drone pilot, who not only gets it done fast, but also takes 5 minutes to explain what the images show, maybe even helps them understand the next step in their claim. That's memorable.
That creates real loyalty. It's not just a job done, it's help provided.
Precisely. And that builds on what Tony says about relationships, not just transactions. It's about the long game.
Right. So how do drone businesses keep that connection going after the initial project?
Stay in touch. Proactively offer value, maybe send a follow-up note, share an interesting article relevant to their industry, perhaps offer a little something for repeat business. Show you're still thinking about their success.
And Tony also mentioned really listening to clients, being more like a partner. How's that different from just taking an order?
It's about understanding the why behind the request. Don't just fly the pattern. Understand their goal. Offer your expertise, suggest better ways if you see them. It becomes collaborative. You're part of their team.
Makes sense. Now, another angle Tony brings up for likability is community engagement. We touched on it for visibility, but how does it specifically build that positive feeling?
It shows you care about more than just profits from the area. You're invested in the place itself, attending local festivals, maybe sponsoring a community garden project, participating in town cleanups, things like that.
So being visible in ways that aren't directly selling something.
Exactly. It warms people up to your business. Think about sponsoring the local Little League team and maybe grabbing some aerial footage of a game for them, or helping an environmental group monitor a local river with your drone. It builds massive goodwill.
Okay, and obviously we have to talk social media. Tony mentions using it for both presence and likability. What's the key there?
Don't just make it a portfolio dump. Share the passion, Tony advises. Show the behind the scenes. Let your personality come through online too. Make it human.
It's interactive, right? Tony stresses engaging back.
Oh, absolutely. Respond to comments, answer questions, be part of the conversation. It makes you accessible, builds that digital community. People trust businesses they can actually talk to.
Of course, none of this matters if the actual service isn't solid. Tony is very clear. Reliability is foundational.
Totally. You have to deliver consistently. Professionalism, being on time, having that friendly, helpful attitude. Tony says these are non-negotiable for building trust.
And transparency too, right? Being upfront about costs, timelines, no nasty surprises.
Exactly. Honesty builds confidence. When clients know what to expect, they relax, they trust you, and crucially, they recommend you. Word of mouth is gold.
Lastly, Tony highlights just being available and, well, enthusiastic.
Yeah, responsiveness is key. Answering calls, replying to emails promptly. It shows you care and that they can rely on you.
And that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Tony points out it reinforces that this is more than just a service. It's a relationship you're building.
It really is. As Tony Moreno puts it so well, winning hearts in this industry means offering that relationship, built on people knowing you and genuinely liking you.
So summing it all up,
Yeah.
long-term drone business success really hinges on those two pillars: brand awareness and genuine likability.
That's the core message from Tony. First, make sure they know who you are. Then make sure they like you. Simple, but powerful.
Definitely something to think about. How can you weave these ideas into your own drone business strategy?
We really encourage you to reflect on that. How can you boost your visibility and your connection with your market?
Be sure to visit aerialnorthwest.com for more drone business strategies. Thanks for joining us.
Keep on droning.